Hello YouTube, Dave here again. I just got back from Giant Robot Comics, and I got them to set aside a couple of things for me while we were out of town over the Easter weekend. And I've got them both here. I'm just going to kind of show them off quickly, it'll be something that I could do, more thorough reviews for later on in the week. But what I have here are two Starfinder products. Which you probably would have seen already in the thumbnail and based on the title of the video, so I don't know why I keep trying to build up suspense to that. But I have the flip mat for the space station, which is brand new as far as I know. I haven't recalled seeing this anywhere, and it does have the 2018 date on it. And I also picked up the brand new supplement, Pact Worlds. So this is actually not widely available yet. The official release date I think is April 11th. So by April 11th you'll be able to pick it up in major bookstores, retailers, things like that. But your local game stores were able to get these a little bit earlier. So we'll have a look, just a quick look and a cursory flip through Pact Worlds, and then I'll take a day or two to kind of read through it and do a more thorough review at that point. So why don't we go over and have a quick look at this one now. Alright, so here we have the Pact Worlds book. So one of the things that, the first thing I kind of want to have a look at, or sort of address, is one of the common complaints that I actually saw about this book on a Starfinder fan page on Facebook. And there were a lot of people saying that this book is just too thin. It's a very thin supplement is what they are saying, and I normally try to avoid information or spoilers on books that I know I'm going to be picking up anyway. So I actually kind of went and checked, and so this actually comes in at quite a few pages. So there, it's a 200. I think it's a 211 pages. So that's the first thing that we'll sort of have a look at. Actually, there's more than that. So it had said 211, but it actually goes to 215 pages. Which isn't the greatest, I guess you could say, but it's not necessarily terrible either. And I think it's one of those things that really, you kind of have to look at it compared to other things similar. So, for example, the Alien Archive is only 159 pages. So this book is already thicker than the other supplement available for Starfinder. And it is probably about the same as and it's more pages than things like Xanathar's Guide to Everything, which is the most recent supplement at the time of this recording for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, and the price point is actually better than what you would pay for the Dungeons & Dragons books. So again, if you want to compare it, because people are saying for the price that you pay, it's an awfully thin book. Now, it retailed at $44.99 US. I paid about $58 for it, plus tax Canadian. But Xanathar's Guide, just by comparison, so for less pages, is $5 more, just about $5 more US, and is about $8 or $7 more Canadian. So it's still actually, for the amount of money that you're paying, it's got more pages than, the other supplements, and it's got more pages and at a lower price point than the Dungeons & Dragons supplements that are coming out at the same time. So I think just that little bit of perspective is kind of important. The Alien Archive was also cheaper than this book. So I know people were saying that they were sort of upset with the page count. I don't feel that way, honestly. I may feel that way when I go through and read everything, and if I feel like they didn't have enough room for, to properly flesh things out, then maybe. But at the same time, it's still a decent amount of pages for the price that you pay. And again, it's still cheaper than getting the Dungeons & Dragons stuff if you're collecting 5th edition D&D. So what I want to do now is just sort of have just a quick cursory flip through. The one thing I will say that I have noticed is the spine, or not the spine, but the cover on this book sits kind of oddly, and so it doesn't actually sit flat. I'm gonna put this on the shelf and hopefully that'll fix itself, but it's not, I don't really consider it to be too much of an issue, but it is something that I have noticed, that the cover sits kind of weirdly on the book itself. So we'll just kind of go through, just flip through it. When I got my core rule book, a lot of the pages had, like, the corners of them were kind of stuck together. So we don't have that here. Now, the inside cover has, of course, the actual Pact Worlds themselves, which is cool. And that's the same. That's the same inside cover that's in all the other Starfinder books that have come out so far. So here we have the Pact Worlds. And I'm not going to go through every single page, but we will kind of go through and see just what we have here. All right. So the actual Pact Worlds information itself runs 130 pages in this book. So Chapter 1 is the worlds itself. Goes from page 8 to page 138. That might not be the best amount of page dedication. I think they probably should have had more. But there are also information on starships, which is kind of cool because I'd like to sort of have more information about starships. I wanted to do a video where I sat down and made one, but just found it a little bit too complicated to kind of grasp quickly. And I honestly haven't had the time to go back and reread it. So hopefully this will make things a little bit easier, or a little bit better, see some more different types of ships out there as well. And that runs from page 140. Oh, okay, so sorry, it's 140 pages for your world. So that's a little bit better overall. It's about, the size of, like, back in the day, the 3.5 D&D supplements tended to be around 147 pages. So it's about the size of one of those, all for the Pact Worlds and stuff like that. You got the Drift, which would be kind of cool to read about, and then you've got the next chapter is supporting cast. So you got cultists, free captains, hell knights, mercenaries, security forces, and street gangs, and then you have player character options at the back of the book, which is kind of refreshing because usually back when, especially with 3rd edition, all the character option stuff was always in the front of the books. And even if the book wasn't supposed to be about player character stuff, they would still have it all crammed in the front, referring specifically to the Miniatures Handbook. But anyway, so this book refers to several other Starfinder products, yet these additional supplements are not required to make use of this book. Readers interested in references to Starfinder hardcovers can find the complete rules of these books available online, free at paizo.com/SFRD. So the Starfinder reference document. All right, so like I said, I'm not going to go through the entire book, but I just want to have a quick look and sort of see some of the things that are in here. And of course, there's always really nice artwork. So it says, what's in this book? The majority of the Starfinder Pact Worlds details the 14 planets and other celestial bodies that make up the Pact World system. Each entry describes a world's geography, its notable locations, and its residents and societies that call that world home. Each entry also includes a detailed map and a new character theme related to the world. Chapter 2 contains 5 new styles of starships, from Hell Knight fighters to Lamodian? Let's go with Lamodian. Cathedral ships, as well as options for building starships. So again, that's something that I'll be sort of interested in as well. Chapter 3 presents statistics for members of the 6 factions of NPCs, from security personnel to space pirates. The final chapter contains a plethora of new rules ranging from archetypes to feats to spells, a warehouse full of gear including armor, weapons, and magic items, and 6 new weird wonderful types of aliens available as playable races. So that's kind of cool. So let's just go through and just have a look here. So it gives sort of the basic information on the Pact Worlds government and stuff like that here at the beginning. So you see the government. So this is going to be, I think, a really fun book to read, which I'm hoping to do over the course of the next couple of days. So let's just go through and look at one of the first world that we come to here. So we've got the worlds. So we got the sun. So we got the geography of the sun. It's interesting that they kind of put that in there. I guess there are things that actually live inside the sun, so it makes a little bit more sense. Now here, so this is actually a map of the inside of the sun. So that's actually pretty cool. I kind of take back the fact that I laughed at the idea of having the sun as the first entry, because that's actually really cool. I like that. I like this quite a bit. It's a nice looking map. And you got the Solar Disciple. So yeah, so I guess the themes are actually within the descriptions of the worlds themselves. So there you go. Alright, so let's just look at another one here. So we have Abalon. The rocky metallic world of Abalon whips around the sun at incredible speeds. Ages ago, a mysterious race called the First One seeded Abalon with a host of machines, which they used to harvest unknown materials from the world. The First Ones departed so long ago that most non-Abalonians have forgotten their existence and consider the myriad models of Abalonian robots, now known as Anactites, to be Avalon's true native species. So, cool information there. So we got there's your residence, society, conflicts and threats would be a good bit of information if you want to design some adventures. And of course we got the other map here as well. So that's really cool. You got notable locations. And the roboticist is the theme for this particular planet. So that's really cool. So let's actually skip ahead now and go to the Starship section. We'll have a look at that right quick. Because like I said, I do plan on doing a more thorough review later on for this video, or not for this video, but for this book in the coming days. Okay, so we got so here's our section on the Starship. So it starts off with the drift. Drift physics, drift travel, planar traits, Starship options, biomechanical ships. It's kind of neat. So I don't know if it's going to necessarily clarify things too much. I do know that there is supposed to be a supplement coming out later on this year that's geared towards equipment, and I think that's supposed to have an extensive information on starships, if I understand correctly. But we got our different types of ships here, and they look pretty cool. The Hell Knight ships. So the Amadean ships. The Cathedral ship. I have to say that I've always liked the artwork and stuff like this. And Xeno Warden ships. The biomechanical, which is really cool. And then we got our supporting cast. We'll just have a quick look here, and I think these are just sort of statistics. So it gives you some new sort of monster things. You've got cult killers, cult initiates, cult leader. We got the free captain, so you got a space pirate, free captain, pirate lord, statistics. Then you got Hell Knights, so there's the Hell Knight Armiger, and that's not me mispronouncing it, at least I don't think. The Armiger, however you want to say it. The Hell Knight Signifer, Hell Knight Commander, and some mercenaries, mercenary rookie, technomancer, and commando. Got a security guard. And the street gang, so you got a gang tough, gang pusher, gang machinist, their chop cycle. And just some player character options. So, got some other archetypes here. So, this is... Okay, so these I think are just alternate features that you can take for classes. Because you would have themes for the characters with each world. So, Starfinder Data Jockey, Steward Officer. We got feats, some more equipment, which is really cool, armor, hybrid items, and there's your spells and stuff. So, yeah, so that is just a quick look at the Pact Worlds supplement for Starfinder. So again, I think that this is going to be a really cool book to read. This is one that I'm really looking forward to and have been for quite some time. Not sure if I need to see another dinosaur on the cover. I'm currently running Tomb of Annihilation for Dungeons & Dragons and have been playing Magic using some of the Ixalan stuff. So I've just seen way too many dinosaurs lately. But this is still, you know, a cool looking book. Like, so the only issue that I have with it, I know some people are upset with page counts and cost. I think that the cost is fair. You know, the page count is fair compared to other books of a similar nature. My only complaint with this one is just, again, the weird way that the cover and the pages kind of want to go up like that. But we'll set this down for a while, put it on the shelf, and maybe that'll, you know, fix it over time. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. So let me know what you guys think of the Pact Worlds book if you have it. I look forward to reading this, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days. So I got this video coming up today, and tomorrow what I will be doing will be an opening and showing off and sort of my thoughts and review on the Space Station flip mat. So again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of these products if you have them, what your impressions are. And I look forward to seeing and reading all of your comments. Thank you guys very much again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.